Hello everyone, this is going to be part 2 to my previous video, which was 10 interesting quirks on a Mini Cooper S R56. So the first one, I'm going to kick it off with going back to my previous video. There was one where if you hold down the unlock button, your windows will open. Well, sometimes both of them. But I was told that if I hold down the lock button, it should close it as well. So I'm going to test that one out. And that works. I didn't think that worked. I think I tried it in the past, it didn't work, but I think mine are just temperamental. Like you saw in the previous video that both windows went down when I held the unlock button, whereas this time it's only the passenger one that's gone down and it's the one that's gone up as well. But yeah, that's the first one that we're going to kick off with today. So the second one is very annoying in a way because most cars tend to have a temperature gauge, where it being here, you know, somewhere in the center or anywhere really. They tell you, you know, what sort of running temperature your car is at and if it's going to overheat, etc. But this Mini Cooper S doesn't have that, unfortunately. The only way you can do that is to access the menus and that. I won't be able to do mine now, but you have to go through, you have to press all these buttons and that. I actually have a video on how to get there, but it's like, you know, adding numbers and all that sort of stuff to get all these codes and that to access like a secret menu or something like that. But yeah, so instead of it being right in your face like most cars, they just made it really difficult to get to. But like I said, I have a video on that. It's only like a minute long or something like that, so it's only a quick one. But yeah. So the next one is looking up on your driver's side, and normally you'd have like a grab handle here, like on that side, but here instead you've got a little sun visor. So if you're driving along and the sun is that side in your eyes or something, you could just put that down. On a day like this, it does kind of help because you can see the sun's out. But yeah, that's quite interesting because I've never actually seen that on a car before. So it's normally just either like a sunglass, like a thing to put your sunglasses in, or just like I said, a grab handle. But so you do have, like, obviously you've got your fronts as well. Passenger again doesn't have it, but you do have that bit of extra sort of protection and shade, if you will. So this next one is cup holders. So most cars you'll struggle to find even one cup holder in a car, or you might have to try and, you know, buy your own universal ones from like Amazon or something. But this one has not just 2 but 3. So that's always a bonus to have extra cup holders, especially if you're ferrying around a few people. So the next one on the list is rather a product that you can buy. So you normally see it on BMWs or Audis, etc., that if you have your side lights on, it sort of turns on the indicators as well. That's not my side light. So if you have your side light on, not your windscreen wipers, you have them, instead of there being, you know, just your side light bulb, it would actually be the indicator bulb as well. So I'll go out and show you now, but I also have this as well. So you can see it's got a different sequence than a standard sort of hazard light. So I'll go outside and have a look now. So I'm here at the back of the car now with the hazards on. You can see it's on a different sequence to a standard. And then I'll show you just with the side lights on. And this is it with just with the side lights on, so it looks more aggressive. So obviously you would have your standard side lights on that side. My one doesn't work on that side. So I forgot to mention the name of the product that you would use to alter the lights. So it's called a Carly, which is spelled C-A-R-L-Y. And you just plug it into your OBD2 port and then connect it up to your phone via an app. And then you can go through all the lists of modifications and all that sort of stuff you can turn on. And not only that, you can actually view hidden codes and that your engine might be throwing up. So if you've got a check engine light or something like that, you can get the code from that as well, which is always handy, especially on a Mini like this where everything just seems to go wrong. So with the Mini Cooper S, you've got these center exhausts, and with the John Cooper Works, they're slightly different. They got different tips on, but you can actually buy those tips on like AliExpress or eBay or something like that, and they just slide over, and then they have a grub screw. So that's pretty cool if you want to, you know, make it look a bit different, make it look cooler. Right, so the next one is to do with your fuel cap. So when you open it and you go to fill up your car, obviously mine's broken, but you'd have this to sort of hang down. But if it's broken, you may put it on the roof or something like that. But you can't actually use this tip, stick it in the hole. That doesn't sound good, but it works. So this next one is right at the back of the engine bay. You can see that little bit of red tape just there at the back. And that is actually forcing sound into the cockpit from your engine every time you floor it, which is quite neat actually, because it does sound really nice when you do floor these cars. So yeah, it's quite interesting. So the next one is the hood scoop. You can actually change these ones out to like another generation of mini hood scoop that will fit. But the way you do that is there would be a screw in there, but mine doesn't have it for some reason. And there's also a few little tabs that you have to locate and pop out, or you can just pry it off by getting a little pry tool in between the crevices here, and that should work fine. So the final thing is that if your fuel cap is locked and it won't unlock, mine is never locked, so the lock's actually broken. But say if it is, open up your boot or your trunk, and there's this little carpet panel here you can just remove or flop down, and you have this little green lever that you can pull, and it unlocks it, or it opens it for you. But mine obviously was all broken anyway. But yeah, that is how you sort that out. So that has been part 2 to the interesting quirks on the Mini Cooper R56. If you learned something new, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Mini Cooper videos as well as other car related videos.